it's Jennifer from heysealemon. Some of you have been asking for a Dreamcatcher owl tutorial, and I think they are so cute, so I wanted to try one myself. If you haven't seen it already, I have a Dreamcatcher tutorial which you can check out right here, and I will put the link in the description below. If you ever have any doubts along the way of how to weave the inside of the Dreamcatcher, check that video out because it's an in-depth tutorial on how to do it. Also, if you want to learn more about the Native American history behind Dreamcatchers, I will put a link in the description below, and while you're down there I will include a full list of all of the supplies I used, so you can check that out. And here is how to make a Dreamcatcher owl. To make the eyes, I'll be using 3-inch hoops, and I'll be wrapping them in this purple suede lace. Add a drop of craft glue and start wrapping the lace around the hoop. And hold the end in place with a binder clip. Add more glue as you go and continue wrapping the lace around. And add more binder clips to hold it in place. After you finish doing that and it's completely dry, remove all the binder clips. And be sure to not cut off the end of the lace because we're going to use that. Take that extra bit and tie it around the hoop in a knot. You can then repeat this same process on the second hoop. Before continuing, I found it really helpful to then pick out the colors and the placement of all the feathers and beads. This will really help if you have a theme in mind. I'm going to make this a night owl, so I chose midnight colors and this gold thread. To estimate how much thread to use, string your thread around the hoop 3 times. And since this hoop is so small, I found it easier to weave the inside with a needle. Single thread a needle and then tie the end of your thread in a knot on your hoop. Trim off the excess and loop the needle around the hoop and out of the loop that you made. If you want to make the loops even, you can map out where you want to make those points. I'm making 8 points around my hoop, and it's okay if they're not perfect. I'm just eyeballing it as I go, and it's really up to you how even you want this to be. So continue looping around until you reach the first loop, and continue doing the same looping motion, but this time around the pieces of thread that you made. And try to keep the loops in the center of the thread. As you loop around, the inside gets smaller and smaller toward the middle, and it's kind of hard to show on this small hoop, so if you want to see this done on a larger hoop, it's much easier to learn from. Check out this tutorial right here. When you reach a point toward the middle where you want to stop, you can then string on a bead to complete the owl's eye. Tie the thread off in a knot on the other side, and return the needle back into the bead so that you can hide the excess piece of thread, and cut it off. Repeat that same process on the other hoop to make 2 eyes, and then tie them together. Wrap your thread around the middle, and just keep wrapping until you feel like the 2 hoops are secure and tied off in a knot, and trim off the excess. And now I can use the excess lace that I left on both of the hoops and tie them in a knot and trim off the excess, and that will be the hanger for the owl. Now for the body, I'm using the suede lace again, and I'm using pieces that are about 16 inches in length. Fold them in half and then loop them around the bottom of the hoops like this, making a knot around the hoop. Repeat that for as many times as you want. I used 3 on each hoop. To make the beak, I used 3 beads and strung 1 on each of the center pieces of lace, and added both pieces of lace into the 3rd bead, making a triangle type shape. Now for the feathers, I'm using a glue gun, and I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up. This will help the feathers cascade on top of each other, looking more like bird wings. My plan is to put the lighter colors toward the center and outline the whole body shape with the darker feathers. You can also trim the lace toward the outside, making more of an owl shape. And for the final touch, add some eyebrows. Depending on which direction you put your feathers, you can add some expression to your owl. I'm going for more of a wise night owl. And then it's ready to hang up. You can hang this up on the wall if you want to add some cool owl decor to your room, or hang it above your sleeping area as you do with traditional dream catchers. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you make your own Owl Dreamcatcher, I would love to see pictures, so be sure to share those on any of my social links. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to see more of my DIY videos. For another wall art project, check out this gem video right here, and if you want to try your hand at some cement planters, check out this video right here, and I will see you guys next time.